Welcome to Rhys's writing. This is the first video of Rhys's writing. What the hell is it? We all know that it's probably a booktube channel, and it is a booktube or booktube, tube or tube. I go with tube. What is Rhys's writing? Well, I kind of want it a bit more creative. I want to do some interesting ideas, some creative writing in there, along with some book reviews, but trying to keep it a little bit more sort of creative, because that's kind of where I want to go with my work. I guess you could call it my work. So the videos will have a good little writing thing here and there, in the introductions, and sort of I'll also do videos that are like my stories, so I'll do sort of audiobook type videos with a little bit of sound effects and a little bit of music that I will do by myself at the moment. So I don't expect much in terms of music, maybe a little ding dong and a little piano, because that's all I can muster up at the moment, but later down the line we'll see what happens. What will I be reading? Well, as you can see by my bookshelf, I only have one bookshelf at the moment because I am poor. I'm fucking rich. I'm rich. No, I'm not. It's mainly science fiction, and that's probably what I'll be doing. Science fiction with a little bit of fantasy, I guess. I'm leaning at the moment to the soft science fiction-y type thing. That's my sort of leaning right now, but it'll probably change, and I've got a lot of books that are sort of space and yeah, I like Alistair Reynolds. I've read the trilogy, so I still need to read Chasm Sea, Pushing Ice, and Diamond Dogs and all that shit. But yeah, I think that right now I'm sort of looking at a little bit of soft science fiction, and that's kind of my leanings in terms of my stories, and with a hint of science fiction in there, and like aliens and VR and like hacking stuff and all of that sort of thing. But the stuff that really interests me about books is the sort of philosophical, the human sides, and the mental challenges, and those things. If they're done really well, then it can be an amazing book. So expect some science fiction, maybe some fantasy. I haven't really read a lot of fantasy. I've read a few bits and bobs here and there. I read the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit, but I don't really like the idea of picking up a big chunky fantasy trilogy. And if I'm going to a second-hand bookshop, then if I can find a freaking franchise of books I really want, then that's great. But if I don't come across the first book, then I'm not going to read the second book in a fantasy trilogy, especially because they'll just they'll just go one after another. So yeah, it'll be mainly science fiction, fantasy, horror, modern classics, whatever floats my boat. So I think that's pretty much that's all I have to say in terms of introduction. I'll probably do sort of a catch up, like a weekly catch up maybe, of what I've been reading. Trying to make it a little bit more creative and a little bit more exciting for me in a creative way, because that's really what gets gets the old juices flowing. Expect some reviews, expect some stories, expect some TBRs and book hauls and all that booky tubiness. And yeah, if you have any ideas for stories or books that you want me to read, then leave them in the old comment section. Like and subscribe. I've got some videos in the backlog already, so they'll be coming out soon. And I've got some stories that I've been writing and have started voicing over and doing the audio for, so that they'll be coming out as well. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, share with everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.